time and shit as I'm getting stuff ready. Got a little frustrated, a little flustered. Ooh, 7 swords at the bottom of the deck there. Let's see. I'm hearing love, music, soul child. That was, what was that? Knight of Wands, but it didn't come out. I had to make sure nothing fell. Y'all know how shit can get weird. Okay, interesting. We have the Hermit and the Page of Wands reversed. Ooh, the Lovers at the bottom of the deck here. 3 of Wands. Okay, going within, trying to find some kind of light. The energy of like a lack of direction. On like how to move forward. Like going within to suss that out. Six of Wands. Right out the back, 3 Wands. Back to back. Your life force, your spirit, your creativity, passion, more energy, more passion, more energy. That's kind of what I'm getting there. That came out kind of crazy. And back to back, 666 is significant because we now have the 6 of Cups reversed and the 6 of Swords. So, going within, this lack of direction, kind of like a lack of faith, lack of vision, but moving forward and finding success in it. I'm getting like champion energy. What's that one song? You're like in like footballs. like sports, we are the I'm not even gonna try to, you know what I mean. But 6 Cups reversed, kind of conquering your past here. This is kind of good energy. I'm not mad at it. Ace of Cups is the bottom of the deck here. I'm not mad at it. Let's see what confirms it though. Hermit. The Moon. Okay, what lies beneath? Well, who's that? Breaking Benjamin? Is that Breaking Benjamin? So I find what lies beneath. You seem to think your cold, jaded heart. Whoa. You a little heartbroken? That's not funny, but fidgeting. You're some subconscious things are coming to the surface. That's the entire point of you going within. Very much giving crossroads energy. See you at the crossroads, you won't be lonely. This is giving like it's not just going within your subconscious. Like this is the underworld, really, like truly a descent into your psyche. Page of Wands reverse. I wanna miss everybody. I wanna miss everybody. That song used to scare me so much when I was a child. Because like the notion of I was just the notion of death and rebirth and the Emperor. So that's confirming this Page of Wands reverse energy, this lack of direction. That is rebirthing, that's transforming. It's like no longer afraid of descending into your own personal hell and conquering it, coming out different. And kind of this sense of, I'm also getting like a lack of urgency before, but like now a sense of urgency and order clearing obstructive, why do I just want to say like passages? Heavy like epic. You know, like the epics, like the Odyssey and stuff, like Homer's epics. That could be significant to you. That could be relevant. That's kind of what I'm getting here with this underworld energy, this threshold, this crossing, right? Within the subconscious. It's like this is different than anything you've done before. It's really transforming something for you. Going from this lack of inspiration, this lack of direction, lack of focus, lack of passion, to conquering it, to giving in to transformation, right? Think the Ouroboros, right? The snake eating its tail. The cyclical nature of life, death, rebirth. But also the Ouroboros, in different mythology, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it's either Norse mythology or Aztec mythology, where the Ouroboros also speaks to chaos, like there always being chaos in order, and just like where there's destruction, there's creation. And I'm actually like seeing the Ouroboros in my mind now. Three of Wands. Rams could be significant. Mars, Aries energy, orange sacral energy. Three of Swords. So whatever this is, whatever you were moving towards, there was a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety over this, right? And kind of questioning your ability to conquer this, to do whatever it is that needed to be done. And I don't think this is something in the tangible 3D. Is it going to affect your 3D? Obviously, yeah. But this is very mystical, very within the metaphysical. Did Mercury enter Pisces yet? Because readings are like, if you expect concrete readings, especially for me, if you expect concrete readings right now, like with Mercury and Pisces, I'm pretty sure Venus just went to Pisces as well. Hang it up, babe. Hang it up. We're entering a time of just very mystical energy, and you just gotta go with it. Six of Wands. Queen of Wands. You got the Emperor out, the Queen of Wands. Chess could be significant. The clarinet, or maybe just the name Clara. This is bringing like a newfound confidence. It's kind of like up leveling. So I think the Emperor here is whatever like aspect of your masculine. But this is actually you, the Queen of Wands. It's like a raw, authentic version of you and view of yourself. Six of Cups reversed. It's being stuck in the past, repeating cycles, caught up in nostalgia, not knowing the difference between the past and the present, being able to look towards the future, right? Kind of really overly focused on also your own inner wounds, maybe childhood trauma. Six Cups reversed. Like that is what you are championing, like, right? Like that's what you're celebrating, because that's what's healing, and that's what's bringing you this newfound like confidence and magnetism. That's how you're like, sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Like that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing here with this Queen of Wands energy, because you've taken control over your life, because you've given into transformation, because you are the Ouroboros. You are now I was about to say snail. You're now the snake eating its tail. You look death in the face and you eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Brenner, whatever. It's like you're no longer afraid of the darkest parts of yourself, of the darkest parts of your psyche. You are conquering it and allowing death to have its place, right? Like at one point or another in our lives, typically throughout multiple points of our lives, we have to bow to death again and again and again and again and again. And it's like, that is something that you were very much afraid of. And that's what this entire like little journey has been for you, right? We start out with the Hermit, and then right now we have the Star. You have now achieved, unearthed the star that you go looking for within your Hermit's journey, the light, the renewal, because you went into your darkness and you weren't swallowed by your darkness. Yes, you swallowed yourself, right? But you weren't swallowed by the darkness. It is you, an active participant in your own decay, in your own shedding, not you being taken for a wild ride. 13-13 can be significant, and 12-12. Six of Swords. The Hangman. Okay, so yes, so clearly to be able to move on, you had to, and so this is just the fear thing. It's perception. It's how you viewed it, right? The story that you were telling yourself and the story that your subconscious was telling, that was sort of driving you here, right? With the Six of Cups reversed and the Moon. It's like eclipsing that. And having this aha moment. Getting comfortable with the sound, with the silence, with hanging in the balance. Knowing that you are tethered, that you are anchored to like the deepest parts of you. So you were never going to get lost in this abyss. Because the subconscious, right? The unconscious world, the psyche, the underworld, all of it, it can be an abyss. It can be a void space. It's not the void, right? The metaphorical void, but it can be a void space in that you can get lost in the current of it. And you didn't. You learned how to navigate. That's why I was getting freaking Homer and the Odyssey. Wasn't there a big T? Okay, so in the Odyssey, there's the part where Odysseus is, this is loose remembrance. This is taking me back to like 10th grade world literature. He's traversing the seas or whatever, and he it's when he faces the sirens, right? And the sirens kind of reel you in, right? Through their allure, their magnetism, and they take you on a descent to your psyche. And the only way that he was able to come out of that is like tying himself to his ship, right? The mast of his ship. That was his tether, his anchor. Is that tracking? is that tracking? Or am I just talking out of my ass here? What else? What's the point of this? Other than to tell you, like, kudos to you. If you need it, if you were curious, King of Wands reversed. Now I'm curious because it also just fell right on top of the moon. Justice at the bottom here. Tell me about this King of Wands reverse energy. Shut up. High Priestess, Ten of Cups. Well, this just got interesting. Devil, Three of Swords. Hold on, I want one more. I want one more for a devil. Ace of Swords. So, okay, yes. So that's this Hangman, this aha, this epiphany. The King of Wands reverse is ruthless, controlling, forceful. What's this Ten of Cups pertaining to? Hierophant at the bottom here. What's this Ten of Cups pertaining to? Four of Wands. Magical, mystical, celebration, 11/11, wedding, happiness. I'm also hearing renewal and trial and error, but take that with a grain of salt. Again, this is not tangible, mystical energy. Kind of being forceful or trying to be forceful in however it is that you're going about your gifts, your intuition, conquering your fears or anything. Like, just how like, you're basically some just very psychic energy. But we have we have the Emperor and the Queen of Wands and Death over this, and the Hangman and the Six of Swords. We've got really, really good cards over this. But it's, I don't know, I guess you just needed to see the change that you've made. Trusting in your happiness, having faith in that, having faith in a vision that was promised to you, and it might not have grounded just yet, but it's you starting to have faith in it and relinquishing control over that, right? This is something that very much kept you chained. A huge aspect of your shadow here is how you sought control, how you in a way kind of abused your gifts, your connection to divine. Getting not really seeing your inner light, your inner beauty, kind of taking it for granted, taking advantage of it. 2202 could be significant. And there being this breakthrough regarding that and this release, right? And this is through this psychic descent that you've made. All right, what else? Why do we care? Because you're no longer trapped. You're no longer, it's like you know, that mental minefield, you're no longer there. Right? This anguish, you're no longer here. It's changing the way your heart is kind of operating, opening. Remember, with Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck at the beginning. Excuse me. Heart chakra, throat chakra, root chakra, significant here. And it's like the opening, it's like those three were blocked. And that opening is leading to newfound access to your sacral. Because those are the majority of the colors that are out here. Red, green, blue, hints of orange, and then there's like a lot of fire, right? Lastly, what else? Alchemizing, walking away from shit. The power in that, the power of no longer being trapped, bound to this. This is breaking a major like loop for you. Major loop. Okay, what's coming next as a result? Okay, balanced Shang energy, balanced action, regeneration, something that you tried to go after, right? That you went after with this very forceful King of Wands energy. You're now approaching it balanced, right? More rooted in your own authority and having a sense of structure and duality and harmony within. See how the King of Wands was the only one that dropped? That icky, ruthless energy. You're coming in with and again, see here this sacral, this new creation energy coming out of you, that's being regenerated, rebirth, that's giving you a second chance here. Mending at the bottom here. What's the reason? What's coming as a result of that? Chaos and conflict. Chaos. I love that card so much. And serendipity. 4-leaf clovers. 5-leaf clovers could be a thing for you, as well as giraffes and tigers. Zebras as well. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. But chaos and conflict speaks to kind of like I was saying with Norse mythology, creation and destruction, right? They're being amongst the chaos and how unsteady things can seem, there is creation among it. Well, I was about to say like creatinine and creatine. I want to pull a couple more tarot. Justice over this, Page of Pentacles, and that Ace of Cups actually coming out. You're allowing yourself to be a beginner, and you're going at this like in a much more embodied, structured, and aligned way. And what's coming next? Flexibility. You knowing how to move with the wind. Being flexible. Okay, so true mending and repairing is a very, very big thing. I want to kind of get into that just a little bit. But you knowing how to be flexible for the things that come back around and around again. Because you understand that life is cyclical and that things spiral for a reason. We revisit things from different perspectives to garner new insight, new wisdom, to grow. You're no longer doubting that, questioning that, because you've put your relationship with spirit and your own like spiritual journey that's at the forefront of your growth now. You're no longer being like ruled by, where is it? By trying to conquer, be forceful, stop trying to make fetch happen. You're no longer trying to make fetch happen. You know, like sometimes I just speak in it's not euphemisms, but you know what I mean, like little phrases, little sayings. This was kind of chaotic. This is kind of, yeah. I want one more. It's been a while since I've gotten out this deck. Look at honey in the fates. You trust the higher power. You trust in the plan bigger than you. But also you're more attached to your why. Why you're doing this. Why you embarked on this hermit's journey in the first place. What it is that you're meant to conquer. What it is that you're meant to gain out of this. And what, like, you know, what it is that you're fighting for. What's at the end of this, you know, pot of gold, right? The luck of the leprechaun. I can tell that, like, this was honestly, like, it's like, oh, and seeing things for how they are, right? Seeing the truth of things, seeing beyond the veil, seeing the truth of things, very, very important here. And within your own subconscious, your own psyche, facing that head on. But I can just tell that as serious as I am right now, and as critical as a time as this is right now, this is such a, like, whimsical, very much, like, unserious time as well. So something to keep in mind. Don't take yourself too seriously with Venus in Pisces, with Mercury in Pisces, especially once Mercury goes retrograde. Let the mysticism take over. Give in to your inner mystic. Give in, just give into the whimsy. Give into the unknown, right? And truly follow the luck of the leprechaun and see where that gets you at the end of this transit. Don't think too deeply. Your mind is not going to operate off of logic. Not that you're not going to be thinking rational and clearly or anything like that. You're going to be led by spirit, led by your intuition. And you just gotta trust it. That's kind of like a big thing here. And I think a bigger thing here with this reading is that instead of needing to see things and have concrete reasonings and whatnot, you're just learning to give over to the cosmos, because you're understanding that you are a child of the cosmos, that you are in service of something greater than you, something bigger than you. So you don't need to force anything, because you know that they are always working in your favor. They are always plotting for you, with you, never against you. I want to confirm if that's Norse mythology or not, because that's going to bother me. One thing I hate is being wrong. Not like in a pretentious know-it-all kind of way, but just like, don't say things if you're wrong. Maybe that is a bit pretentious. That's the Virgo rising in me. And a Mercury ruled. But anyway. Yeah. Let me know if this helped. Let me know if you found this insightful in the slightest. The Sun at the bottom of the deck here, and the Two of Wands, but also the Two of Swords. You got some choices here to make, and it kind of really boils down to your faith, your vitality, like also your willingness to bend, trust in the wheel, and like miracle energy. Miracle energy, and what revitalizes you? What are you putting at the forefront? What are you worshiping? What and how are you investing in yourself? Consider yourself as a piece of stock, right? I'm not about to try to talk, finance bro with you, but look at yourself like a piece of stock. How are you pouring into that? How are you betting on that? How are you keeping tabs on that, but like in a very non-serious, nonsensical way. Look at yourself like that, right? Because you don't need to be so business and work oriented. It's just like you're just upping your own little personal stock, like your aura, right? Your vibe, your essence, your childlike wonder and joy. I'm gonna watch this back. I'm probably gonna cringe. I'm still gonna post it because someone needed it. But I love you all so much. And have a wonderful night. Bye.